You're watching National Streaming Sports, over 20 podcasts, 70 shows, and a 3.5-star rating on Roku TV.
There you go. Hey, we just, well, actually, I just saw the Blackhawks put one by the Boston goaltender. I'm pretty sure, and that's their number one goaltender. I remember his name was Swayman. Because I'm waiting for the rain delay. I'm waiting for the rain delay to be over in Atlanta. Hopefully we'll be getting some of the rain that's going through Atlanta right now, because it's supposed to be going like driving southeast. So it's a band, and it's a band of some weather, and we need some rain here, because I did a little bit of the weed and feed the other day. Then we put some water in the lawn. But I got another whole bag of weed and feed to do. But I had to stop after one bag. My legs were just. I hate saying it, but I don't bitch, but I'd let you know. There might be a difference. You might say I'm bitching all the time, but I'm letting you know that my legs have gotten so horrible that that's why I'm doing all of these. Oh, they just scored again. 2 in a matter of about a minute. It maybe a little over a minute, but now Chicago's up 3-1 on the Beantown Bruins. I can't stand Boston. But I don't even know who this guy is. Just go Blackhawks. I can say I have a. Well, actually, and I'm kind of wearing that. Yeah, I got a I got a shirt on. So I have like my it was an Indian shirt, which is, I guess, karma for that. Yeah, EMAC. Yeah, I like the Rays, but I'm a Phillies fan. I am a 50-something year, actually more than, yeah, let me see, 72. So when I started, so I'm like a 53, I would say 53 year, maybe a 54-year Phillies fan, 54-year. Oh my God, they just did it again. I mean, this guy's getting shelled. Korchinski, I can see who, I can read the back of his jersey. Korchinski with the goal. And so within about a matter of 90 seconds, maybe 2 minutes, 3 goals. Wow. Ray Yogi, good to see you there, brother. Come on over to YouTube if you can. So yeah, I'm a 54-year Phillies fan, 54-year Raiders fan. I like the Rays. Yeah, I do like the Rays, but they're not my baseball team per se. The Phillies are. Yeah, the goalie is pucked. I don't know if you guys got DirecTV or because I have the hockey package. I also have the baseball package, which is why when I see that there's some actual playing to be done. Let me see. It goes back to my game, 7:30. So let's see here. As of right now, yeah, it looks like it's still in a weather delay. So we'll go back to the hockey game. I'm gonna watch something. But yeah, the goalie is pucked on that one. 4-1. 3 goals in about 90 seconds. And this isn't the doldrums of football season, but it's close because you just had the first wave of free agency. Lino, thank you there, shipmate. Thank you. I lost my train of thought, but for the positive, but I've been going to a bunch of cardiologic tests, and I mean, I'm not gonna, hey, if I ruin HEPA for letting you guys know this, and for those that do know me, like Hollywood knows this. If I'm allowed to talk about the draft, it's in like, yeah, you can talk about the draft. You're fine. But I had planned, let me do the legitimate cross fingers. I had planned to go to the draft starting the 17th. It's in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I plan to start driving to the draft on the 17th. The issue is that on the 16th, I have my final meeting with my cardiologist, and he's going to let me know what the fuck's going on. So and I'm not wishing this upon myself. Trust me on that. I'm not wishing this upon myself. But if he says, guess what, you have to have surgeries. If you have to have surgeries, guess who's going to have surgeries? This guy. And it's unfortunate too, because I just also got half of my house done to the way I wanted it. You guys see this portion all the time. I still got to clean up the back portion, but I want to show you, if you haven't seen it already on Facebook or haven't seen it already on Instagram, the studio. EMAC, give me some time to do my opening, man. Jesus Christ. The Raider Captain Jack Hall of Fame Galleon Studio is been put forward. It's great. So brand new. Let's see what we got here. Brand new furniture. Oh, those are okay. Brand new furniture. Okay. The leather couch over there. This is the leather love seat right here. The recliner over there. And I had to move some things around, but and that's a new nice lamp too. And the only thing that's going to be like the holdover, if you can see to your left of the Raider tree and between the Raider hat thing, there is the old recliner, which is staying in this room because I still have the front room to be remodeled from the hurricane damage. So I'm waiting on that. So that eventually will go in the front room. But since I got to have that remodel, I figured that it'll just stay here with a couple other things that are in the room waiting on things to be done. So why move them, 2 or 3 times? What is it? Petroshim or Petroshim 0? I hope I fucked that one up. Donovan9 is over there on Instagram. Thank you for joining. Hit me up on YouTube. You'll get everything over on YouTube. But yeah, so that'll be done. Get the camera a little bit better. That'll be done maybe this next week. Maybe it'll be done the week that I was going to be driving up to Green Bay. But if I have to have surgeries, then I don't think I'm going to the draft in Green Bay because I'm going to have surgeries. And thank you there, Mike. It's they think that I know for a fact, not that I'm a doctor, but it's a circulation issue. I have bad veins in the legs, varicose veins and things like that. It might be an arterial clot, but whatever the hell it is, it's just I can't walk. Which is why people have seen me. Doc is a medic. Doc is he's a naval corpsman, so he understands these things. Doc, I have had some testing for in the legs, the arteries in the legs, the veins in the legs. I had a PET, instead of a treadmill test, I had a PET test to see how my heart is, see if there's any blockages there. So if you do get leg surgery, are you not able? No. Oh, and Hollywood, thanks for coming in. If you get legs, are you not ever able to walk? No. I'm trying to get the leg surgery to help me walk again. I'm trying to get the leg surgery because I clots. So thanks for coming over, Wood. Wood knows that I was going to be, I am going to be, where's the wood? Knock wood for wood. I will be in Vegas for Memorial Day. Actually, a day before Memorial Day, a day after Memorial Day. I will be celebrating Memorial Day in Las Vegas. If I'm living and breathing, I'll be celebrating Memorial Day in Vegas. Wood, did you see the new furniture? Did you see the new? I've turned the camera around. So if you guys saw the brand new, nice studio leather black couch love seat and recliner, that is for guests of the show. Guests of the show. But so there, that's the anybody that's waiting on to be if I ever do the lives or come into the show, there you go. That's my show audience. Hey Ed, good to see you, brother. Oh, thank you, Wood. Yeah, I think so. The only thing I have to do is I gotta trim the what do you call it, the pad. it's a little hanging out over the rug a little bit. So I gotta get like some box cutters and some cardboard, and I'll trim it so that it's underneath the rug. But yeah, dude, I mean, I would never, and this is true, I would always watch TV unless I'm doing a show. I would always watch TV in the other room because it was comfy. No, Ed, I didn't flake. Ed was like, "Yeah, tell all these people you're having a show, and then you don't have a fucking show." He didn't say fucking no. But on Sunday, I wasn't feeling the greatest. Like I was saying to all you people, it's like my legs have been hurting me, and then I had a bunch of other things go on, so that's what's going on. But yeah, hopefully on the 16th, when my doc says this is what's going on, bing, bing, bing. If it's one of those things where I need to have the surgeries, trust me, I will be getting the surgery immediately. And if that happens, no going to the draft. That's a guarantee. No driving to the draft, which will be upsetting. So I wanted to go to the draft. I wanted to see my friends on the East Coast. So I might have to postpone that East Coast ride until later. But Ralph is in here. It's 95 in Las Vegas. Oh wow. It's been nice. It's been nice down here. It was really hot last week. How far is Florida to Wisconsin? I wasn't going direct. I was going slow and seeing my friends. Wisconsin is about I think if I did it on Google, it's about a 32-hour drive, which is 4 days. But I was going to the East Coast, see my friends on the East Coast, and moving over to like Chicago, and then going up that way to Wisconsin. Did the Bruins put one in? Yeah, they did. Okay. Bruins lit the lamp. I don't know who the fuck it was, whoever 39 is. I mean, when the Bruins get rid of their most valuable player, their captain, Brad Marchand, and they get rid of him, that tells you a lot. Yeah, I know Wisconsin is in the Midwest. I was going up the East Coast to see friends and then going over EMAC. Don't fucking tell me about geography, brother. I will kick your ass. National geography, worldwide geography, history, historical geography. Don't fuck with me there, man. I'm gonna become, and remember, this is National Grumpy Fucker Day, so fuck you. It's on my Instagram and Facebook already. Fuck you. Don't fuck with me, man. On geography? Are you kidding me? That's why I was making it a trip. I was leaving a week before so I can see friends that are up the East Coast and then roll over to go up to Wisconsin. I know where the fuck Chicago and Wisconsin is. It's 32 hours direct. And yeah, and Matt, you are correct, sir. Isn't every day Grumpy Fucker Day? It is with me. It is with me, but gotta use a coaster. It is, yeah, you're right. But it's the acknowledge. They live in Boston or New York. No, my friends live in South Carolina. Oh, yeah, for sure, EMAC. When you piss me off, I'm gonna tell everybody who pisses me off. Hey, and Ed knows this, and I know Wood knows this. Who was that fucking asshole do the air quotes, fan, a Hispanic guy. And for those that watch the show regularly, I'm sure Matt Marinovich remembers because he doesn't miss too many shows. He was a Raiders fan that challenged me, said, I am more of a fan than you are, and I will challenge you to a fight in the fucking parking lot. Hey, China, good to see you. China, maybe China remembers this too. It was a guy by the name of like Ricardo, or he was Hispanic. I'm not saying that just to say that for reasons of being racist, but he was a Hispanic guy, and he said that I am more of a Raiders fan than you, and I will meet you in the parking lot, and we will fight to figure out who's a bigger Raider fan. I said, dude, you're not a fucking Raider fan. Yeah, I know it makes you laugh. I see. There you go. Wood remembers. He's an asshole. He ain't no fucking Raider fan. He's a fucking Niner fuck. Gang, gang, bang, bang type shit, right? I'm going to fight you to show you I'm a bigger Raider fan than you. So having said that, welcome to the show. And yeah, I will let you have, and BMAC, I'm going to put that up there. I don't think you've quite hit asshole yet, but you are a irritable troll. Irritable troll. That's true. Yeah, the Santa Clara Whiners. I don't know who that guy was, but I haven't heard from him. And it was funny because the people that were on the show said, "Don't worry, Cap, we got you." If that guy even ever shows up in the parking lot, I had a bunch of people that are my buddies. So don't worry, man. We got you, and we'll kick his ass. And that's kind of dated, though. And I know you meant here's a dime. Call somebody who cares. It's now actually, if you can find a payphone, and I think that they are probably down to less than 100, maybe less than 500 across the United States. If you can find a payphone, it's $0.25, probably. And that's if you can find a fucking payphone. And that's not like I call you out or hold. Yeah, I got you. Rip off of the cell phone. Yeah, that's that. Thank you. It's got to be $0.25. That's if you can find one. Somebody Google. What's that? Hey, Cetus MW 1997. Hello. How you doing, darling? Come on over to YouTube. That's where everybody else is. There's Dory over here. Dory, are you hurt too? Cetus MW 1997. Is that? Sometimes people have different IG, and then Dory. I know Dory. Dory, aloha. Good to see you as well. I will be more than happy to see as many people as I can. First of all, Pete Carroll that historically picks at the first year of every team he has coached at is cornerback. That's true. But I don't know if it's going to be Will Johnson. What was it? That was a guy that they were saying that probably the best pick is okay. And they even brought up the fact when Pete was in Seattle and he had the best cornerback available, and it was Witherspoon and another guy, and they ended up picking, it's Mercedes. Okay. Boy, I haven't seen you in forever, Mercedes. Good to see you, honey, and bless your mom. Bless your mom. May she rest in peace. Anna Breen's daughter is over here. My bad, Dodge. That's Bob. That's Bob over in oh my God. Fucking north of Clearwater. Can't remember where the fuck that is. Bob, no, I don't do requests here. Come over to YouTube because if I do a person here, I can't. I'll have it'll be multiple things, and so come over to YouTube, please, Bob. Carol's all about running the ball up the gut all day long. That's why I think Genty at 6. Ed wants Sanders. There might be. I mean, there's we can do so many different things. And there's been conjecture. When was the last time that they had all this conjecture? Oh, okay, good. Come see me. Come see me when you're in Las Vegas. Come see me when you're in Las Vegas, honey. It'd be great to see you. I don't think Travis is playing both sides. No, they'll do him like they did Charles Woodson. And so if they pick Travis Hunter, do y'all remember when the Raiders picked Charles Woodson years and years and years ago? And he was their cornerback, but they also put him in on some offensive packages, right? You put him in on some offensive packages. That's what I think they'll do. Yeah. Largo, glad you're, of course, good. Yeah. Thanks, Bob. Bob, you missed me talking about my health. So, yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm supposed to I'm supposed to drive to the draft, but if I have some circulation surgeries, they have circulation surgeries. I won't be able to do that. So, yeah, Sanders going to the Saints. Yeah, the Raiders. Yeah, I know everybody say who would ever. Doc Cabral says offensive line. And I've seen Doc's team, the Patriots, taking people like Membo and then the other big kid from Alabama. So I think Patriots are definitely going to go. I think Patriots definitely going offensive line. What the Raiders will do is anyone's guess. The Raiders, and this is what I'm trying to say before I went off the kilter. The Raiders have been talked about with trades with the Browns at 2. They're talking about the people trading in front of the Cowboys trading to the whoever has the 5th pick. I think is the Saints maybe. The Cowboys trading with the Saints so the Saints the Cowboys get Genty at 5. So there's so much things, Genty and it's the other kid. And I think the guy's name is Barron, is the other cornerback. And it was Jade Barron, I think is the guy's name. And he's the prototypical big, strong, fast corner safety that Pete likes to have. Oh, yeah, dude. Trust me, Bob. Until they put me in a box. I will be doing the call of, what I can do for Raider Nation, man. Until they put me in a, I'll take my Gator boy Montrell Johnson. Yeah, I tell you that Bob's right. There's so many great running backs in this draft. Montrell Johnson, the ex-Gator, who current now Georgia Bulldog, whose brother played at Clemson, that plays for the Jaguars. What's that fucker's name? I can't remember. But he's actually better than his brother. And he went from Florida to Georgia. What about Arizona White, Tep McMillan coming to there? Yeah, I mean, China possibly. But Etienne, thank you there, Bob. It's what, Trevor Etienne or who's the one that's in the pros already? Is that Travis? I think it's Trevor. I think it's Trevor Etienne, and Travis is the kid that's still down in college. Yeah, but yeah, Etienne. Travis is in so yeah, Trevor's the kid in college. Travis is in the NFL. So and Trevor Etienne, man, he's a great back. Montreal Johnson, who Bob was talking about, and yes, we are biased because we are Gators, but yeah, we've seen him. There's also the kid, and I saw a video on him, the kid from Virginia Tech. I can't remember his name. I can't remember his name. He's from Virginia Tech, and I think he had the fastest running back 40. But they're talking about maybe he'll be a Raider as a running back. And again, getting back to pick six, who the Raiders draft, I don't know. Got to run. Hey, good seeing you as well, Bob. Pop in anytime. And Jose Godoy Melendez, thank you for being here. Bob, you take care over there on Instagram. But yeah, and I'm getting a bit, Gator, Chris Carvinas, and okay, so people comment. What did you? There you go. What did you think about the Gators winning the championship? I was ecstatic, but as I put on my post, they were down 12. These people kept saying, oh, they were down 10. No, they were down 12. And I was thinking in my mind, I said, if you get beyond 12, I think the game's over. I think the game's over. But thank God. Good seeing you as well, Bob. They came back. They crawled back from 12 to like 6, and then they were down from 6 and went to 3. Then it was tied, and it was great. And I said, they're going to win once they tied it up. I'm saying this. Once they tied it up. Once they tied it up, it was game over. Yeah, I know I know that you are a Houston honk. I get it. You and Houston Raiders Steve are Houston honks. I get it. But the Gators, when they tied it up, the Gators played stronger defense. They played a stronger defense. And they deserved it. Seriously, they deserved it. And yes, I am biased, but I'm saying they deserved it. When you play a stronger defense and you come back, and remember, the kid from was it not Mount Dora, Lake Wales, the number 1, the junior. I'm brain farting his name. The one who was the MOP of the tournament, he had a crappy game. I think maybe he had 10 points. But he had steals, he had assists. He got fouls when he needed. He got other people to foul him at the time. So it was definitely a team win. Definitely a team win. Yeah. Dion with the kids playing it. Well, if Dion has his kid playing in Nolland, he'll be going down to the French Quarter to fucking party a lot more. Stoffel, you didn't think that the Gators deserved it though? Now, and I can't speak to this because I didn't watch the Duke Houston game. I didn't watch it. I will tell you this. I didn't watch it. Why? Because I thought Duke was just going to just blow the fucking doors off of Houston. I thought that I was wrong. I didn't watch the game. So when the Gators beat Auburn, I did something else. I'm like, Duke's got this. It'll be Duke against Florida in 2 nights. I watched something else. I had to ask Alexa. I think that might have woke her up. I had to ask Alexa about who won the Duke game. Man, it was wow. I mean, I thought that Houston had coaching loss. Oh, Houston's coaching? Well, could be. But you got a guy who I believe has 999 NCAA wins and has taken several teams to the Final Four. Now, granted, he's had some issues, like Pitino's had some issues, like Bobby Knight, may he rest in peace, had some issues. You know, it was, you got, like I said, Pitino and Calipari and Bobby Knight. The guy has had some kind of janky issues. Good to see you, Jared. Hey, Pittsburgh Jared. I was in the hotel bed watching the rest of the game. Oh, yeah. And by the way, blessings to all of those who had a wonderful time. Blessings to all those who had a wonderful time last weekend in Dallas for the TN. Whoa! Caught it. Wow, sorry. I want to make sure you guys ain't seeing anything you're not supposed to. That's the second time I did have pants on. So if you guys are watching over there on Instagram, you saw pants, no underwear. But you can see that here. Good. I'm just making sure. My husky Akita was watching the UConn game, and good for UConn. Good for UConn. I always like Gino Auriemma. I tell you, Gino Auriemma and Pat Summitt. Oh, talking about people that knocked heads. And I'm sure that what's her name? The South Carolina coach that's won the last 2. Was it Don Staley? Knocking heads. And then there's the other Southern talked with the draw Southern coach. I can't remember where she coaches at. Maybe it's Baylor. I know she's one of the top coaches, but she's had issues with people. Put the cork in a fuck you, Doc. I'm so happy my UConn Huskies winning that. There you go, Bob. But yeah, there's another one, and she's a white coach, kind of skinny. Thank you, China. Kim Mulkey, LSU, right? LSU, Kim Mulkey. Yeah, man. These ladies, man, don't fuck with them. Pat Summitt, man, don't fuck with Pat. And yes, may she rest in peace. Thank you for pulling that one out. Yeah, Kim Mulkey from LSU. She's a fucking firebrand. Pat Summitt was a firebrand. Don't fuck with those ladies. But anyway, since it has been a while, I will put the link in the show. So if you want to come in, pop in. I've been a fan of Kim Mulkey since she coached. Okay, yeah, that's that. Okay, I did have her at Baylor, so I was right. I was like Mulkey Baylor. But yeah, she's at LSU now. Kim Mulkey is killer. Okay. Was it Captain Jack is the, I don't know what, that's got to be, yeah, EMAC. Okay. I'll let EMAC. I'll take the current comment off. It says, Captain, okay, I got to take the banner off. 1 second. Take the banner off so they can see what you're saying. Captain Jack is something. There you go.
How you doing?
Captain Jack is the best cursor. I'm good. I appreciate the compliment there.
What, you
I
being the best
appreciate the
cursor?
compliment there. Hey, Matt. Yeah.
I mean, your cussing really did crack me up.
Yeah.
Even when I was on your show with you and Angela last week with me trolling and you talking about Jim Plunkett, Ken Stabler, Philip Rivers Hall of Fame thing, that even cracked me up even more.
Yeah. By the way,
I was like laughing and crying after rewatching it. After that, doing the show.
You're on a 10-minute timer. Okay?
Yes, sir.
You're on a 10-minute timer. So give me your best within 10 minutes.
Okay. Let's talk about the draft.
Well, let's talk about the draft. You got it, man.
So the question is, in the draft, what do you want if you're being honest yourself specifically in the first round, pick 6? Because I know you don't want a running back.
Personally, no. And I agree that there's so many good running backs in this draft that, Genty is a great running back, but there are other running backs that can fill the bill. No pun intended on Bill. But like I was saying, the Montrose Johnson and Trevor Etienne, and then you have
unfortunately.
But there's so many other, and you got the 2 kids from Ohio State. You got Cam Scatterbo. You have
you mean?
Yeah, whatever. And there's so many other good running backs that I'm not saying they're not a dime. It does. And a kid from Virginia Tech, look him up. Okay. There are so many that they're gonna be running backs that aren't even drafted. You can
even get one undrafted too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The kids that aren't drafted, you could probably find a starter from the guys that aren't drafted. So I don't think we need a running back at number 6. But here's the other thing. But
who do I?
Oh, and Ed Winchell says our number 1 need is that quarterback. Not
maybe
this
a
year.
backup.
We got a quarterback. A backup.
If you guys want to get
we need a backup quarterback.
If you guys want to get a backup quarterback in the draft, I guess go for Dylan Gabriel or Jackson Dart.
Dart, yes. Gabriel, I've soured on Gabriel.
I mean,
based
upon some love for Gabriel or something like that.
I did, but then I saw really when it came time for his not pro day. When you saw him in Indy, he really choked in Indy. And if you choke at an event where you're supposed to highlight all the best you can do, and I know he has all those wins, and I like Dylan Gabriel from his days when he was a UCF Knight, and then he went out and just blew it up at Oregon, right? I like him for that, but he is undersized. His arm strength isn't all that.
That's what I noticed about a lot of left-handed quarterbacks is the law of left-handed quarterbacks don't have the best arm strength at all. Some of them don't even have accuracy either compared to right-handed quarterbacks. Like left-handed quarterbacks, I hate to troll, but they are a liability in the NFL for most of them.
Well, most receivers are used to catching the ball from a right-handed quarterback. And the fact that it spins differently, they have to get used to that. You might not think that it's important, but it is. The spin on a quarterback's ball is different, obviously, from right to left. Yeah, so you got to get used to that.
Yeah.
Damn, we're still in a rain delay.
Anyway, I think you guys should personally draft, I think you guys should maybe pick a running back, me personally, because they can if you guys get like an offensive lineman in the draft, you got guys can have running backs that can help you block in the passing game. And some of them can be just as reliable in the receiving game too, since you guys don't really have a wide receiver. Even
Yeah. But here's the thing.
Most of those running backs can do it all around, just like a Christian McCaffrey or Saquon Barkley.
Let's say the Raiders trade with the Browns, and I've seen this hypothesized. Let's say that the Raiders trade with the Browns to get the number 2 pick, right? And they get Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
Who is the best cornerback, and he's a wonderful receiver.
I heard in the talks that
now two birds with one stone. So if you do that, then you can do so much more. And it depends. I mean, you move up from 6 to 2, so you're going to be spending some capital, right? To do that. Let's say you do that. And I agree with Stoffel, is that
we need better offensive.
That's why at number 6, if you stay at number 6, I'd take Membo for sure. If Membo's on the board at 6, I'd take Membo. And I might want Graham if he's on the board. I would imagine that Graham's going to be off the board. But if Membo's on the board, I'd take Membo.
If you guys,
I would take the other. There's another guy from I can't remember his friggin' name.
If you guys will get offensive linemen, that's why I recommend Skittles, Bo, because he has better I think personally he might have better traits than Genty, to be honest. Like he's more patient than Genty, probably.
Yeah.
When it comes going,
but he's going to be available.
And he's going
to be available. Yeah, but he's going to be available in rounds 2 or 3. Why waste the number 6 pick on him?
Because of his traits.
Yeah, but you think that Scattaboo is going to go in the first round?
Who do you think will go in the first round personally for all the teams that are even in the first round overall? Like
Scattaboo. If we're going running back, I think that Genty's going to go in the first round, and I think Omarion Hampton is going in the first round, right? And that's who the 2 running backs that I think are going in the first round. I don't see anybody else going in the first round.
Okay. In the first round, overall in the NFL draft, the Cleveland Browns select Shedeur Sanders out of Colorado. Round 2 overall in the NFL draft, the New York Giants select Travis Hunter, wide receiver and corner out of Colorado. Round 3 in the first. Who's round 3?
No. It's not round 3. It's round 1, 3rd pick or 4th pick. I see what you're doing now.
I'm just making a better example. Round 3.
Yeah, but what I'm saying,
Tennessee Titans.
No, it's not round. It's not round 3. It's
overall,
the
third overall. Third overall. I apologize. But the Patriots. Is it Patriots or Titans 3rd overall?
Well, Titans have 3. Patriots have 4.
Okay, the Titans select Ashton Genty, running back out of Boise State. Round 4.
Okay, who took Genty?
Tennessee Titans.
No. Titans take Genty at 3, first round, 3rd pick. Okay, I got it.
But number 4, well, overall, 4th overall in the draft. The Patriots have select Graham.
Yeah.
Who's Graham? The offensive lineman? Graham.
No, Mason Graham is the defensive tackle from Michigan.
But either way, I think they're going to get an offensive tackle in that round. Who is number 5?
5, I believe, is New Orleans.
New Orleans Saints. They select they they don't have a lot of position in need, but shoot, I'm going to have to.
Nolens needs everything, man.
They select.
They need everything. They actually need a quarterback too, because
they select Cam Ward.
Derek Carr is not the answer for long.
Cam Ward out of Miami.
You have You have Cam Ward dropping to 5?
That's just an
example.
Way. That's an example.
No.
I don't think he will. I'm just colliding, making an example. But no, I don't think he would go New York. By the way, I'm not being
okay.
Like, number 6, the Raiders have to select Cam Skittlesbow, running back out of Arizona State.
No way. No way. Cam Skittlesbow is not going to. Who is now? I'm going to let you answer this because I'm going to get you to go on this. Who? Oh, Jags are 5. Thank you there, Bob. I had it fucked up. So the Jags are 5th and the Saints are 9. Okay. Who are you calling? And by the way, Doc Cabral, this guy's not a Raiders fan. He's a Seahawks fan. He's a Seahawks fan.
By the way, I'm not being serious in drafts. I'm just making hypothetical. I'm not making it like roll or make it. But anyway, you were saying?
Okay. I'm just saying there's no way that it's going to go that way there, EMAC. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying it will either.
Okay. But if the Raiders, like I said, if Membu is available, if Graham is available, okay, I think that they would take those guys. They might even take like I said, the cornerback, and I can't remember his name. I think he's like Jade Barron, I believe is the guy's name. They might take him at 6. Okay. But they're not gonna take, if based on all those other things, they're not gonna take I don't think they're gonna take Genty. I think it's a bunch of blow up.
I don't think you guys are going to take Genty.
And Stoffel says, and this is do
I think you guys should draft Skippo? I think you guys should.
Yeah, EMAC. What we're saying is, and I'm going to put this on here. This is why I'm going to get you off, brother. Okay, or I'm going to get you off the show. Because people are saying you're either a troll or very uninformed.
Matt, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm just being hypothetical. I'm not being a troll. I'm not being like serious or being. I'm just being hypothetical. That's all I'm doing.
Okay, well, make sure you're saying that, because people saying, dude, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm just saying that if the Raiders have that draft, I don't think Genty's going to be the pick, EMAC. I don't think that they would take the corner. I think his name is Jade Barron. If it's not Will Howard, I don't know. I think personally, if they trade up the 2, I think maybe that they take Travis Hunter.
I do think
seriously.
If you guys
they trade up the 2,
corner.
Yeah. But yeah, we do need a corner. But anyway, hey, EMAC, I'm going to let you go, brother, but thanks for contributing to the show, man.
And by the way, to let you, one more thing, all you people in the comments, I'm being hypothetical. I'm not being a troll or being serious. Just let you guys know that.
Okay.
And anyway, love you, Captain.
Okay. Well,
good luck on your surgeries. And let's go Raiders!
Thank you, brother. And good luck to your Seahawks as well. There you go. He got that because, and I will say this as well, when you go on the show with my giant brethren, I'm even brain farting his name. Oh my goodness. Oh, I am getting older with age. He does his own show for National Streaming Sports. He's on YouTube, and he is a Giants fan. And in order to be on the show, when you leave your piece, you got to say, "Let's go Giants!" Ow! Like that. So in deference to him, thank you for that, EMAC. He's saying, "Let's go Raiders," and so that's nice. And Stoffel has it right. I tell you, it'd be great to get somebody like Membo. It'd be great to get somebody like the kid from it's either LSU or Alabama, the other big offensive lineman, tackle, right? It'd be great for that. You take if Graham drops the 6th, sure, get him. But I mean, he's ranked top 5, but I think that he's ranked top 5 more so because he's got the other guy next to him. I think his name is Grant. I think it's Grant, right? And he's going to be a humongous asset for somebody, pun intended there. Grant out of Michigan, defensive line. We need so many things, but I said, but Scatterboo in the first round? No. He might be there in the second round. That wouldn't be a bad pickup. But, there's the guys from, like I said, you're talking running back, mind you. Let's say O'Marion Hampton's off the board. Let's say he's a first-round pick, and I think he will be. Let's say that Genty is a first-round pick, and he will be. So those are 2 running backs in the first round, right? So they're gone. Then you got Scatterboo and Henderson and a bunch of other people, really good running backs, right, that are available. And by the way, that's only one person, and you still need a wide receiver. You need a wide receiver. You need a cornerback. You need a running back, quarterback, wide receiver, offensive lineman. Those are 4 things that you need, right? And there's so many available. Yeah, and Sharif, I said that there will be 2 running backs, in my estimation. 2 running backs. It's going to be Genty and O'Marion Hampton. Those are the 2 running backs that go in the first round. Quarterbacks, I think it's going to be, Ward's going number 1. Shedeur is going anywhere from 2 to 16. And Jackson Dart is going to be a first-round quarterback, in my estimation. Oh, right. That great news. Thank you there, Jack. So our buddy OG Jack Daniel had his 2nd eye surgery. So now he can see. Literally, he can see now. And blessings to him. Blessings to him. I'm hoping that, and again, I'm not saying I'm going to have surgery, but I feel like I probably are. I feel like I probably am going to have surgery. So we'll see. And again, blessings to OG Jack. Yeah, running backs, man. Raiders will get Will Howard, quarterback. Maybe they get Will Howard. I mean, if he's available, yeah. But there's also what's the kid's name from Texas that they had in for a visit? Ewers? Maybe it's Ewers. Maybe it's the kid from Louisville. That's how I say Louisville, but it's Louisville, kind of like Louisville. Kid from Louisville. It's like 6'4" and can throw for a mile, and he's big. Maybe it's him. maybe they draft into, and they get, like I said, they give up a pick to trade back into the second round or trade back into the first round to get this guy. Yeah, and thank you there, Emac. That's another. They've been linked to Jalen Milroe, who's got a lot of upside. He does. He's got a lot of upside. We'll see if he's even there. How the hell is Hampton ranked the 7th best back? Really? Are you kidding me? Marion Hampton is ranked the 7th best back by CBS? That's just stupid. That's just stupid. Well, we've lost the Roku, which is unfortunate. We've gone over an hour. It's 10 o'clock. So we've lost Roku. So for those that were there, if you're on Roku, I should say maybe come on over to my YouTube. We are going to be joined by my buddy Sharisa Alakan, aka Black Thanos, and you kind of bugged me though when you said the last real Raider. It's personal, Sharif. It's personal. When you say that, I know you don't mean it to be personal to me, but it is personal to me. But Sharisa Alakan, aka Black Thanos, the last real Raider, according to him. How you doing, brother? Give me a mic check.
Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Mic check.
Good to hear from you, man. What's going on? Mike is good, man. What's up?
Okay, good to see you, Cap. I see you showing off the gun, so I might be the last real Raider alive, but I don't have those pythons that you have. Getting our sisters, our Raiderettes, all excited. Be careful, you don't want your switchboard to overflow with calls and letters.
Wait a second. First off, I'm going to give you props where props are due. This gentleman, Sharif, lost. And how much? Tell me what the weight number was. How much did you lose?
I haven't been on the scale lately, but it's I would say since 2022, as I made the change. It's been a significant amount. A few minor fluctuations here and there, but yeah, it's been a significant amount.
Yeah. But I would say at least 50 pounds. And by the way, this is nothing. Wait a second. I don't even get a good shot. This is nothing compared to the guns that Sharisa Alakan has.
You're too kind, Cap. But there's nothing wrong with being reciprocal. Since you're being nice to returning the compliment to yours truly.
I would love if I had the time, and I always say this because I'm always doing something, even if it's piddle fuck this, piddle fuck that. I'm either on the phone or I'm making appointments or I'm going to see this or that. I need to spend time on my treadmill and I need to spend time on a weight bench. And if I did do that, I would be a lot healthier. Okay. And I maybe I will one of these days when I get the proverbial round to it, I might, and I will try. But the other thing is that I got to fix my circulation because that's what's bothering me the most. Did you come in? Like I said, I've been doing a bunch of circulation appointments with my cardiologist. So it looks like to me, it looks like they're going to say, yeah, we need to do surgeries for your legs, which is bad because that's why it really hurts for me to walk because the leg circulation. But when that gets fixed, then I'll work on this.
Well, Cap, ahead, we appreciate you in any version, and in all seriousness, I'm wishing you nothing but success in your health endeavors and improvements. So we want you around a long time because we can't suffer alone supporting Raider Nation. You make it a little more bearable as our sounding board as we join together and vent and cry and moan or even troll. for some, but we appreciate you, bro. So you definitely have my encouragement and best wishes for your continued recovery and good health and the best possible results.
And I thank you, and I'm waiting for your girlfriend to set me up with somebody that's almost as hot as her.
Oh, that's nice. I haven't forgotten, Cap. I just been so preoccupied with other things, as you already aware of.
If I had that as a girlfriend plus your work schedule, you have nothing to apologize about. You have nothing to apologize about. But if she like I said, if she gets out to Vegas with you, or when I meet you on the road, tell her to bring somebody for me. Just saying.
Yeah, I will definitely make mention of that, bro. But on to our favorite Crusaders in black, silver and black. I just tuned in maybe less than 15 minutes ago, so I don't know what the overall theme of the show might have been, but I did see you chime in on the draft projection.
Go ahead.
And I have a confession. I would say within the last week, and I shared this with a friend of mine, a Raider brother of mine on the phone. I just had a weird epiphany, I guess similar to you, about Travis Hunter. It just popped up in my head, whereas to me, he seems like, not only from a skill standpoint, but I think from a persona point of view, that's someone that Pete Carroll would take to. And technically, he would address two needs potentially, depending on which way the Raiders would like to employ him or use him in special packages. Him being a pretty good defensive back as well as a capable wide receiver. Now, I'm not necessarily putting this out as some official prediction or saying he's the guy that I necessarily prefer, but I honestly can see that. And I can almost see the Raiders or Pete Carroll's rationale for grabbing him if he's available and on the board at 6. And being the Heisman Trophy winner, that would almost take us back to the glory days of Al Davis, where I could hear the announcers on draft night saying, yes, that's a Al Davis type pick. The kid having that trophy, that athleticism. I don't know if he's super fast, but he's pretty good to be able to manage both positions, and Dion kind of gave him a free rein to do that in college. Now I also will state that I still have a soft spot for Shador, though he suffers from a lot of bad PR, or I think the warped perception of him benefiting from nepotism, which isn't really the case. Sometimes when you benefit from the gene pool or genetics, like Ken Griffey or Ken Griffey Jr., and you hit the gene lottery, the kid has put in a lot of work. And ideally, when you're in a 4-year collegiate career, the goal is to get better every year. And that's exactly what he did. The stats don't lie. In every metric, in every measurable, he's got better every year, and behind an O-line that was literally atrocious or underserved. So he's battle tested, and again, he's someone Tom Brady took to in a mentor-like role and spent time with. So there's going to be a lot of drama among us if somehow Shador is available at 6, and I can foresee that because I think Cleveland is the wild card of the first 6 teams. I think depending on what Cleveland does, hell, it wouldn't shock me if they take Genty. They are just that historically unpredictable in a sense when it comes to they drafting and certain moves that they make to solidify their running game, because it's not like they have Jim Brown over there. So
but they need a quarterback, though. They need a quarterback. I mean, if they took Genty, It would be like what's our boy Raider Mark that had the meme. You know, when we took Cleve Farrell and they made a meme of his face. If they took Genty at 2, the camera's going to pan to somebody, and if they have Raider Mark what the fuck expression, that'll be the meme of the draft. You take Genty at 2 when you have, you know, everybody. I mean, you could take Carter there. You let's say Cam Ward's gone at 1, right? But you got Carter there available, and you got even Sanders if you want to go back-to-back QB. I don't think it would be, but you got that. You have Travis Hunter. You know, just to name 3. You got Mason Graham. You got Will Howard, or maybe the kid that I'm kind of saying. You know, like I can't remember if it's Jahdae Barron, the cornerback that should be coming up the draft boards. Okay. But you take Ashton Genty as number 2, they would probably rail whoever the fucking GM is that's not in the movie Draft Day, their real GM. They would rail him out of town, man.
Well, somebody has to be the GOAT, and I don't mean that in a good way, but somebody has to be the GOAT of this draft other than us for a change. Now, I agree with you. Yeah, that would be a stretch. But hell, you know, with some of the things we've seen recently, like what Atlanta did after committing all that money to Kirk Cousins and taking a quarterback just a year ago in the first round. And remember Cleveland, the same team that took, I think, Couch at 2, if I remember correctly. Yeah. And we saw how that panned out. So you know, nothing would surprise me. You know, and I agree with you about Genty, though. I like what I see on tape. We have an obvious need at running back, but with the class being considerably deep, and also that Spytech saying maybe a week or 2 ago with that "see my joke," or my son says he would disown me if I don't pick Genty. I don't think if he had a serious bone in his body about drafting Genty, it would be beyond ignorant and jeopardizing for him to say that out loud and basically show our hand. There's no GM who would do that would even give the competition or the other 31 teams a you know, solid or concrete suspicion on what we're ready to do. So I don't know why he felt the need to share that publicly, saying my son said he will disown me. Now, if we end up taking Genty, then it's going to be kind of anticlimactic. But if he put that out there as a, I don't know, to see who bites, or if there's a team behind us who wants to trade up for him as a bluff. But it's just a peculiar thing to say, Cap, just a few weeks from the draft.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing, is that there are 2, and you know that I've done intelligence for many, many years as my job. Okay, for those that don't know me, yes, that's what I did for 50, or not 52, boy, it seems like 52 years. I did intelligence, naval, and civilian intelligence for 38, going on 39 years, right? And there are such things that you put something out as a smoke screen, but then it is a smoke screen, but by the same token, you also put things out just to see who's looking and what people say, and then it's out there. And then if it happens, it's like, well, we told you we were going to do it. It's the like double, triple, you know, triple agent type of shit. You got a double agent there, but you can have a triple agent, a guy that works for you that thought that worked for the other side, the guy that works for you, you know? So it's one of those things, right? I don't know. It works either way, because if you say, well, I think, you know, my son will disown me, it puts out that we're at least thinking about it. And then we're also seeing, and Angelo said this the other day, or shit, not the other day, last month. He goes, the number 6 pick is so valuable right now because somebody is going to want to go up to get, let's say it's Shedeur Sanders if he drops. Let's say it's Ashton Genty if he's there. Let's say that people really get fucked up, and let's say that Mason Graham is there at 6, right? And they're like, oh my God, Mason Graham is still on the board, and it's the Raiders at number 6. Trade with the Raiders and see what we get for it. Because there's going to be, at number 6, there's going to be somebody that's really, really sought after that's falling in our laps, and somebody's going to salivate. I'm going to be kind when I say salivate, because I would probably normally say something would be, a little bit more grotesque. To get whoever they want. And it's going to be, that guy's going to be available. And I can see it that they do that. So you either get the guy you want, Genty, or Shedeur Sanders, or Mason Graham. And I doubt it'll be Carter, but let's say it's even Carter that drops. Okay? Somebody good is going to be there that people want. And if it's available, then you say, okay, what do you want for this pick for us to trade back? And I would much rather, literally, seriously, I would much rather trade our 6 for a 12 with the Cowboys, or trade our 6 for maybe, I maybe wouldn't go beyond 15, but I'd trade that 6 pick for a swap of, and I don't even know who number 15 is. I'm just saying by numbers, for a 15 and an extra 1 next year and a 2 this year or something like that. Hell yeah, I'd do that, because we need so many things, and there's so many practical, great plug-and-play players in this draft that you can't go wrong doing that, in my mind. You can't go wrong doing that.
Well, Cap, that was a impressive summary, and you are correct. This team has a lot of holes, despite the additions, all these 1-year deals, which basically feels like a bunch of auditions to me for some of these guys. And in the mind of some of these players who may take it personal, oh, okay, well, you think I'm worth this rock bottom price, I'm going to ball out, and the first offer I get in a year from now, I'm out of here. So that's a double-edged sword, but historically, I don't really like trading back. But given where we are right now, given Pete Carroll's potential tenure and his age, you do have to play the numbers game and try to get as much as you can and maximize each pick, and just don't be stupid about who you pursue. That way you increase the probability of you making the team better overall than just getting a great pick like a Brock Bowers a year ago, and we still in the cellar of the rankings.
Yeah, well,
because Bowers simply wasn't enough last year. He could have been the best tight end since the dawn of creation. As we saw, he was far from enough.
Yeah, well, what would have happened last year if we had a real quarterback? And I'm not saying that Aiden O'Connell is not a real quarterback, but in the grand scheme of things, what was that, year 2 of him being there last year? Year 2, is this year 3 upcoming? I think it is. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Hi, Asia. Good to see you, honey. Howdy to you. But if this is year 3 of Aiden O'Connell being a Raiders quarterback, and he hasn't had a good offensive line, and obviously Booger, not Booger McFarland, but Booger, eat a booger, fucking Minshew, right? Was running for his life. They couldn't block for the quarterback. They couldn't block for the running game. I honestly, brother, I don't even think had they kept Josh Jacobs, Josh would have been just obliterated last year with that offensive line. I'm glad you're good. I'm glad you're good, Asia. Thank you for being here. But they need a running back. They need more offensive linemen. They need a quarterback. They need a wide receiver. They need a cornerback. They need a linebacker. I tell you, if Jalen Walker is available, although he's an end, but man, could you imagine Jalen Walker being put on this team with Crosby, with Wilkerson, with Coons that's coming into his zone? And, remember and don't forget that Snowden was playing well until they picked up Kayvon Chason.
Right.
And then kind of got pushed to the side. I think that he wants to prove something too, and he's still on the roster too. So don't forget about him. Don't forget about him. We got a lot of things we can deal with. That's why I said, if you drop down, I would say, and I think it's going to be the Cowboys. If unless the Cowboys go and trade up to the Jaguars at 5, I think that the Cowboys are going to be that team that trades with us for the pick 6 so that they can get Genty. I have a feeling. I've seen it, and if that's true, then it's 6 goes to 12, and then how many other picks do you get? I'm hoping it's a shit ton, because Jerry Jones, when he wants somebody, he wants something, he'll overpay. And I think that was what we were looking for, hopefully, for the Cowboys to overpay on somebody.
It's an interesting idea, Cap. Well, we're only a couple of Thursdays away, and we will all be locked in and tuned in. So I'm not going to monopolize the show. I got to venture out into the night and do what the taxpayers entrust me to do.
And
but it's always good touching base with you. Happy belated 60th again. And time will tell. I just, like you, I'm long starved for a return to excellence. And I don't mean just a motto or mantra or slogan, but as far as what the Raiders once upon a time actually personified, executed, and put in practice. And Pete Carroll is an encouraging sign in that direction. A solid, top-notch, accomplished coach professionally as well as on a collegiate level. So let's make a statement this draft. Whereas we're not all scratching our heads or bemoaning or calling the suicide hotline, and we could go into this season, feeling renewed and inspired.
Yeah, blessings to you and amen on that. And inshallah, it happens. I hope so.
Indeed, Cap. But we will talk soon, my friend.
All right. Hey, Stickum, thank you for being here. Stickum 145 over there on Instagram. Come on over to YouTube if you can, Stickum. I put people on the show there. And Sharif, a.k.a. Black Danos, thank you there, brother. You take care. We'll see you soon. Like I said, bring out that wonderful +1 that you have and make it a +2.
All right, Cap. I'll do my best. Thank you, my man.
All right. You take care, brother. Hey, let the streets of New York or streets be good to you, man. Like I said, I know you got a dangerous job, brother. You got a dangerous job.
All right. I appreciate that, bro. Talk to you soon.
All right. Be good. You take care. That is Black Danos. Thank you, brother, for being here. Always a spirited conversation with Black Danos. Remember, come on into the show. I'll put the link up again. I think it should be here. Yeah, there it is. Come into the show. We got time. It's still a weather delay in Atlanta, where the score is tied 1-1 between my Phillies. I say my Phillies. And the Atlanta Braves. I was actually looking for my Gator hat, and I missed the opportunity. But I did find it, because remember, I have all of these and I'm going to put it behind me. I think I'm going to put it behind me. So, and I'm going to put the camera. I'm going to move the camera over a little bit more. There's all of these. jerseys that are signed that are still available for me to put behind. I got baseball stuff. I got Philly stuff. I got Orioles stuff. I got some A's. I got some Rays. I'll start putting that when I get all of this stuff together. I got to redo the back of the chair, so I have room for that. And Stickum, come on over to YouTube. I'm glad that you're here, Stickum, but I don't put people in on Instagram because then I'd have a person on Instagram and then I have a person over there on YouTube. There's only so much that I can do. I'm already like the squirrel from the movie. But thank you for the compliment on the gun. I use this is not bad. At least you see here, there's not a lot of shit that hangs here. John Wayne, good to see you there on Instagram. Pop on over to YouTube if you can. There's not a lot of under there. You see, it actually goes around the muscle. And I admit, this used to be up here. Used to be. It was. It's gravity and more food. This used to be up here. And maybe one of these days, I can maybe get it to go somewhat back or get this trimmed down. That's my goal. Thank you there, Miss Asia. Asia, where are you at? Good, because you're popping into the show. Where are you at? That'd be nice to hear because it's good to see you as well. We have Dory over here. John, hey, Captain, how doing? I still think we need to draft. Yeah, John, we're going to draft a quarterback. John's over there on Instagram. You're in Bama. Outstanding. Asia in Bama. I'm a Florida boy. Hope that's not too bad. I am a Gator. Now, if you're Bama, are you Bama? Or are you Auburn Bama? Or it depends on if it's football season or basketball season, because obviously Auburn's been much better recently in basketball, and Bama obviously has been much better in football recently. So, yeah, go Gators! I'm gonna get my Gator hat, and there is a Gator national champions plaque that I have from before the football one. But this is the one thing I was very happy to hear is that the University of Florida, according to statistics, I didn't check this because sometimes people say things and they're wrong. Sometimes they say it. University of Florida is the only major school with 3 football national championships and 3 basketball national championships. And oh, by the way, I know they have at least 1 baseball. National champion. Neither. I don't watch sports as much as that. Oh, okay. That's fine. But you're here. I appreciate you being here. Because we'll talk. Asia, trust me, when it gets to the end of the season or in this time of year when there's not a lot to talk about, and it'll be like after the draft and we're waiting on training camp and we're waiting on a bunch of other things, in the doldrums of July and August, we'll be looking for things to talk about. And we talk about movies. We talk about TV shows. We talk about recipes. We just don't talk politics or religion. But we talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. So there you go. It's just when you need something to talk about, we do. That's why I'm here. So again, there you go. Mike, thank you. I forgot. Music. We talk rock, man. And Mike was talking about music. And by the way, and I'm surprised, if Jimmy Farrell would have been here tonight, Jimmy Farrell would have been the first person to put rest in peace whatever the name of the drummer was that used to play drums for Blondie. I don't know the guy's name, but I know that he was the drummer that just died the other day. He played for Blondie, and he was a really good drummer. We've had this conversation as well. Who's the best drummer that you've ever seen? And Jimmy Farrell is a big Neil Peart fan. I like Neil Peart, but I threw in. Well, I like Buddy Rich, right, and Gene Krupa. But I said my favorite drummer now. Yeah, I said no. Well, Ed throws in Ringo's. Ringo's great. Ringo's a great drummer. But right now, the best drummer that I can shake a stick at is Carter Burford of the Dave Matthews Band. And I kept forgetting about him. Well, yeah, John Bonzo was legendary. Ringo was legendary. But I'm talking about now, a current drummer is Carter Burford. I probably fucked up his name. But listen to him. I mean, you either like Dave Matthews or you don't, right? It's kind of like you either like what's the name of that Canadian group that I like and people don't like. I can't remember, but it's one of those things. You either like the group or you don't. Ed says Buddy Rich wasn't too bad. Yeah, okay, Alex. Yeah. Tico Torres. I don't know who Tico Torres is. You'll have to tell me who that guy was. Jason Bonham, right? Yeah, he's good. He ain't as good as his dad, and I don't think he's good as Carter Burford. Look him up, seriously. Tico, BTO, Bachman Turner Overdrive. No. It's the newer Canadian group. Newer Canadian group. Bon Jovi is that so he's the drummer for Bon Jovi? I'm talking to Doc. I don't know, but getting back to point, Asia, we talk about like we're talking about it now. We're talking about music because we got the draft is in 2 weeks, and there's other things to talk about, but we don't know what everybody's going to be talking about. But we've gone back and forth on who the Raiders can pick. Will they pick? Will they move up? Doubtful. Will they move back? Probably. Pearl and Baker were exceptional. Yeah. I was going to say, Baker. Yeah. Oh, so he was the drummer for Bon Jovi. Again, he's aight. Plays better than I do. I mean, remember my drum set's over there. And I bought that drum set not on a whim, but I said, you know what? I need my drums back. And I've been behind it 3 times. 3 times. And I was this close to selling it. Because of my new furniture. I was like, man, I got to get rid of my drums. I'm not going to have enough room. So if they still might go. Hey, Mike, you were talking about trading up for Travis. I said that, and you probably have to go to Cleveland to do that. If you want Travis Hunter, you're not gonna wait. I think that you move up to 2 to do that. Anyway, we got the show here. We got about half an hour left. If you want to come into the show, and we had a Mike Sarah sighting. Was it the last? Well, I don't know if it was the last show. Maybe it was 2 Sundays ago when it was me and Angelo, and I stayed up extra. Just because Mike came on. We were talking boxing. And, of course, you got BPA. Best available player. True. But I also said if you do the draft, and this is why I say best available player at a position of need. If you rack and stack every player in college football, which every team does, and you have a list of who the number one person on your draft board is, from 1 to what, like 256 or whatever, how many picks there are, I don't know. But you rack them. You rack them from 1 to 250 or plus or minus. And when that guy is available, and if you have people that have the same number as far as you give them an overall grade, if you have like 4 players that are ranked at, and on, let's say on a scale of 5, 4 players that are ranked 4.73, it's your pick, right? Then it's okay. Well, I got 4 guys here that could be my pick. Position of need. Okay, what is it that we need? And these are the 4 guys that have that grade that we've given out for that grade. But what is the biggest position of need? And sometimes it'll be 2 guys with that same grade, and then it's a toss-up, right? What do you really want? I like last Thursday with Angela. There you go. It's been a while. Thank you there, Mike. Yeah, it was during the week because Mike was working out. Yeah, Devin White, Robert, and who else? Javon Walker would be nice. Javon Walker would be nice. And that's a linebacker. And that is a position of need. And it's something that maybe Javon Walker, and I'm thinking, or sorry, Jalen Walker. Let's say the Raiders trade from 6 to 10 or 6 to 12, and that's an extra pick that we pick up. I'd use that for him. Stoffel saying, okay, I'm going to see here. D-line, O-line, linebacker, wide receiver, corner, quarter, and O-line. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, yeah, that's by round. Or at least the 6 rounds. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 picks. There's 7 rounds. Remember, one of those picks is gone. But I do think, if I remember right, we traded the number 3 that we traded was the pick that we got for Devontae Adams, and that's the pick that we gave to Seattle. So we have all 7 rounds, and maybe we just get more. And I think we have I think we have compensatory picks. I think we have 9 picks, if I remember right. We have 9 picks, Stoffel. We have every pick in every round plus 2 compensatory picks that I can think of. So we have 9 picks. So you say we need 10 picks. That can be done easily. So what else do we got going on? Well, I'm going to put it up again. If you want to pop into the show, please do. We got about 20 minutes. We got about 20 minutes. But if you don't want to pop, that's fine. The one thing I can say is that I don't have to wake up early tomorrow to I do got to put weed and feed and seed on my lawn. Oh, we got 2. Yeah, we had 2/3, right? But one of them we traded away. Thanks, Mike. We had 2/3, but we traded one of those thirds to Seattle for Geno Smith. So we have our 3rd round pick. Our 3rd round pick. And we're going to get a quarterback. I would say I would bet. Have you ever had one of those prop bets where if you wanted to make money and say the odds of the Raiders not taking a quarterback, and you put, let's say the odds, or you put money and you say that I think that they're not going to take it, and the Raiders don't actually take a quarterback, you could win a lot of money. You can win a lot of money there. All right. We're going to be joined probably for the last portion of our show by Doc Cabral. Doc, how you doing, brother? Good to hear from you.
Okay. Good to see you, Jay.
I'm good. And so you heard all of my medical fucked up shit that I need to take care of. But I'm thinking that it's some sort of arterial blockage, or it's a leaky vein, or something that is preventing me for the great amount of pain that I have when I walk. It's horrible.
PT used to do in the old days.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I did when I was walking. I would do a lot of walking, even when I was working my job. I would have to walk from the parking lot into the building and back. That was a decent size. No. Hey, you laugh. Don't laugh, Doc, because at CENTCOM, you had to park all the way to fuck out in BFE. So your walk from the parking lot to the building and back, that was a decent walk. That was at least, I want to say at least 1,500 steps. Just those two things. Those two things were at least 1,500 steps. So if you had any other things that you were doing walking around, because right now I want to say, and it's on my watch, I had before, I think that I average about, see what I'm up to now. See, I'm at 1,370 right now.
Wow.
And my watch was off. My watch was off for a long time. So I had to get that. Charge that up. So I was walking and it wasn't even on. So I would say I have at least 1,750 steps today. And normally I do about 2,500 to 3,000 a day, which isn't a lot. But when you're hurting doing those steps,
yep,
it's a bunch.
You got to push.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Mike Lair was saying so, and you know this as well, Doc. In Norfolk, parking in Norfolk, especially you're on the ship.
Oh,
yeah, you park, and then you got to fucking go to your ship. Man, that was horrendous. San Diego. Yeah, exactly. San Diego, Norfolk. Thank God that I will say this. I say thank God. Thank God I was a chief the last time I had the Chiefs parking in Norfolk, right? So that was nicer. I had a closer distance to the ship. Jeff Langham, how you doing there, sir? Hey, Captain, do you still think we need to draft a quarterback? Yes, we do. That's we're going to draft it. We are going to draft a quarterback this year. The question is who and what. Yes. Yes.
You got Geno for now.
I don't think right, but who's going to come in after Geno? That's the pick. The person that we are going to groom to be Geno's successor is going to be that pick. Will it be Jalen Milroe out of Alabama? Will it be maybe the kid that played in Ohio State, Will Howard, because he already knows the system? Somebody's going to be drafted to take that spot in a couple years.
Jay, I'd wait until the second day.
Oh, yeah. It's not going to be a first-round pick. Yeah. It's going to be a second day. Could even be a third round day, a third pick, or a third round, a third day.
Remember 199?
I know 199. Yeah. Well, I've heard. I've had nothing to say about 199. The only good thing I can say about 199 is he better be an asset to the Raiders now. He better be an asset to the Raiders. Yeah.
Hey, I'll tell you what though,
We'll
what's
see.
making me funny, making me laugh. Mike Vrabel's having a party over in New England because his owner likes him and he knows him and he wants him to be the
Yeah.
coach. And he's
Yeah.
whatever he wants, he's getting now. He's talking to Bob Kraft every day, and he's talking to the staff. He's got whatever he wants now. He's gonna have a good team. He's gonna be. It's not gonna be. I don't think they'll win a lot in the first year or two, but they're gonna be competitive.
Hey, Bobby, good to see you, Bobby. But yeah, and I agree with you, Doc. I mean, they are getting people in, and I actually heard somebody talking about it. I'm not sure if it was BSPN or Fox Sports, but somebody was talking about the way that Vrabel is bringing the people into New England, and they got them from the teams that they've got them from. All of the people say, and this is a quote from the guy that was talking about it. All of the people were saying the same thing about each guy. They're good people. They're a good guy. They weren't talking about athletic skills. They weren't talking about, well, this guy is fast or this guy is great or this guy can bend. They weren't talking about that. They were saying this is a good team player. And that's what Vrabel's bringing in for the Patriots. And I think the Patriots are going to have a major, major upswing in wins next year.
You know, Mike Vrabel was a bench warmer in Pittsburgh.
Yep.
He was a bench warmer. When they gave him the chance to go over to New England, he went crazy. He lost his mind.
Yep.
But him and Teddy Bruschi worked really good together in the backfield. They were really good.
Right. Now, Doc, can you tell me who was? I mean, obviously, Bill was your head coach, and he is a defensive-minded coach. Was Bill your head coach / defensive coordinator? Kind of like what Pete Carroll was going to be. Who was your defensive coordinator?
Romeo Cornell was one.
Okay, that's right. It was.
Who was the other one? Romeo Cornell. Oh Jesus, that big white guy. I forgot his name. But he was one. Because Romeo and Weiss were together for the first 3 Super Bowls. Him and
but Charlie was the offensive. Charlie was the offensive guy because I remember him. Yeah.
Yep. And special teams. I forget the name of the guy who was special teams, but there was the 2 big guys that worked together were Romeo and Charlie. They were there for the whole thing. They were really, really good together. They were a great pair, and they actually worked together real well.
Oh yeah.
You know that was those first 3 years were a special team. Very, very, very special.
Yes. The Lions head coach was okay. Dan Campbell. No, Dan Campbell. No,
he was in Miami.
Yeah, Campbell was in Miami and Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dallas and Miami. Yeah. He came from Dallas and Miami. Actually, he went from Miami to Dallas to Detroit.
Oh wow! I didn't realize that. That's my boo boo.
Yeah. Yeah. But no worries. No, the Lions said no. Okay. Mike? Who are you trying to tell me about? The Lions head coach. Maybe it's the guy before.
No, Ben Johnson was the offensive coordinator.
No, was DC for Pata and went to Set Root.
What?
Oh, was DC for the Patriots and went to something? Michael was defense coordinator for the Patriots and went to Detroit.
Oh, Pat.
Okay.
Pat Patricia.
Oh, I know. You're talking. Yeah, you're talking about Patricia. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
He's a piece of work.
Jim. Now Schwartz was in Detroit for a while too.
Yeah.
But I don't think Schwartz was. Yeah. And Stoffel, I will give you credit for this because I said, hey, and this is true, by the way. This is true. I put it into my title for the show tonight because I'm listening to the news and they're saying that Canada Canada is cutting back on their bulk wood scrapings that we make toilet paper out of, because they are, because of the tariffs, embargo things, and all the, fuck you, no fuck you, no fuck you, no double fuck you. So they are holding back their pulp. There you go. They're holding back their pulp production exports to the United States, which is where we make a lot of our toilet paper from. That's why I said I went out today. I did. I went to fucking Sam's Club today, and I bought 3 like 24 packs. So just to be sure, because I want to be at least one pack ahead of everybody when the near insanity of toilet paper hoarding comes into vogue again. And
well, you're full of shit
Good
anyway, so it's okay.
Yeah, but yeah, maybe I'll just get a colostomy bag.
Will you stop it? That's not nice.
Well, it'll cut down on toilet paper.
No, it won't, because you still got to clean yourself.
Yeah, but you can use not handy wipes, but the other wipes. The detergent.
There's a lot more to it than just colostomy care, Jay.
Okay, I was being facetious anyway, Doc. You know that as well.
And I'm going to let you go anyway. And by the way, don't forget Saturday. Is
Saturday Passover?
Yes. I know it's the religion.
Okay.
I'm not talking about religion, but it is that time of the year for you.
So. No, Doc, you're the only person that can talk religion on this show, because you remind me of when Passover is, when Yom Kippur is, and when Hanukkah is. I don't know otherwise, unless I look at my I have one of those calendar books that I put all my doctor's appointments in. I say, oh shit, Passover's on Saturday. I'll have to figure out what it's like chicken and horseradish and gefilte fish.
Good stuff.
I went to a Seder a couple of years ago. It was the first time I've been to a Seder in years.
Ooh,
okay. I'm here for the shit delicious. Talk. Okay.
I'll let you go, Jay. Good night. Have a good night.
Hey, Doc, thanks again, partner. Appreciate you being here. Blessings to you and your family, brother.
A happy Chief's birthday, belated.
Thanks again there. Take care, bro.
Bro.
That was Doc Cabral. That's my boy. Go back years. And remember, the Bidet, Brady, his influence with Sanders has to be a fact. And yeah, Ed, honestly, if Brady does have that much influence, and Shedeur Sanders is on the board at 6, if Shedeur Sanders is on the board at 6, I really think the Raiders will draft him. I think so. Did we hear that 3 NFL refs got? Oh no, I did not hear that. I'll have to get with my brother in crime, ref guru. Oh, dude wipes. There you go. Yeah, dude wipes. We were talking for the colostomy bag. Yeah, dude wipes. That's cool. They're taking the tarp off in Atlanta. It looks like they're going to get the rest for 1 to 2 years on the job. Okay, so they were the ones that didn't make the grade. Okay, and we had this last year when I'll admit it. One of the female refs that was, and I know what she. I'm not going to say whether she was white or black because I don't want to do any of that, because that's the yada yada yada. But one of the female refs who had a very large frame that I don't think could. I think I could have probably outrun them. Was fired last year. So if they were 1 to 2 years, yeah, they didn't make the grade. If they didn't make the grade, that's the reason why they were fired. They clogged the shit out of your septic tank. But yeah, I mean, if you get dude wipes, man, that is. And by the way, is there a Twin Peaks in Vegas? I don't know, Jeff. I'm not sure. I know there's a Twin Peaks up the street from me, and it's brand new. So it used to be Smoky Bones, and they made it into a Twin Peaks. I got to go and hang out and watch. Anyway, what was I saying about the? See, I lost my thought. Yeah, I don't think it's just because if they were guys or ladies that had instrumental bad calls that made the Chiefs win, yeah, maybe so, but I don't think it's all because of that. Seriously, and it was so good to see that the referees in the Super Bowl actually did the fucking job. Rookie refs, they got told what to do if they wanted to stay or move up, possibly. But again, we were at the 2 hour mark. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for folks that have been here. It's Thursday, so I should be here Sunday. If I'm not, if I'm well, and I wasn't well last Sunday, which is why you had a repeat. If I'm well, you'll see me on Sunday. But thank you for being here. Remember, I'll say it one more time. Become a member of the Black Hole. 30-year anniversary of the Black Hole. Get your memberships to the Black Hole. And yeah, thank you there, EMAC. Appreciate that. And yeah, and thank you for the possible surgeries. Thank you. If I do my surgery, it's because I need to get better. But become a member of the Black Hole. It's the 30th anniversary of the Black Hole. Check out the memberships to theblackhole.com. Then go to the thing where it goes memberships. Get your membership in and say you want to associate with the Tampa Bay chapter. That's my chapter. And thank you there, Ed Winchell. Appreciate you being there. So again, take care of yourselves. We'll see you on Sunday for the next show. And hopefully I'll find my Gator hat by then. And hopefully I'll find that Gator plaque that I can show that says National Champions. Not just, it's an old Gator plaque that says National Champions, but we'll go from there. So take care, everybody. We'll see you on Sunday. Have a great weekend.